Hiya, my name's David. I'm the Wandering Ponderer. I'm literally sitting here looking at more daisies than I think I've ever seen in one place. I'm in the Millennium Garden in Coggeshall, and this amazing place reminds me of some very notable people that are connected with Coggeshall, either born or moved here, but throughout history. And today, in this video, I'm going to go through some amazing, notable people. The earliest one is Ralph of Coggeshall. He is the 6th abbot of Coggeshall from 1207 to 1218. Lord Ralph was one of the most important chroniclers, historian of his time, described by the historian E.L. Cutts as a man of polished erudition. He is known particularly for his work in Chronicon Anglicanum, Chronicle of English Affairs, and basically he chronicled a lot of the early history of Coggeshall. So a lot of what we know about what happened in Coggeshall has come from this abbot's writings. But obviously after 1218 he stopped writing these things. And this list here, I'm taking this from the Coggeshall wiki page, and I was looking at this list and I thought, these are some amazing people here. After Ralph of Coggeshall, who chronicled a lot of Coggeshall's history up until he died, there is John Jagan, born in Coggeshall in 1550. He became the Bishop of Norwich. John Rogers, born in Coggeshall the 11th of January 1630. He emigrated to America and became president of Harvard University, a Coggeshall man. We have John Owen, the Vicar of Coggeshall, in 1646. He's a theologian. He became chaplain to Oliver Cromwell and then became Dean of Christ Church in Oxford. Richard Mant, Vicar of Coggeshall in 1810, later became Bishop of Down and Connor in Ireland and wrote a history of the Church of Ireland. Henry Doubleday, we're going to go through Doubleday's Corner in a minute, named after Henry Doubleday, a scientist and horticulturalist. Henry Doubleday, 1810 to 1902. John Carter, 1815 to 1850, a silk weaver who became a celebrated mouth artist after an accident paralysed him from the neck down. 1815 to 1850, somebody actually became an artist and painted with their mouth in that time frame. I thought that was a modern thing, but obviously not, according to history. William Unwin, 1838 to 1933, he became an engineer. And these people are all trackable in history. Muriel Rose, an art collector, curator and writer who lived in Coggeshall in 1970s. Frank Baines, 1915 to 87, architect, writer and Chindit veteran. David Nightingale Hicks, 1929 to 1998, became an interior decorator and designer noted for his bold colours, mixing antique and modern furnishings. Tony Newton, here we go, this is more modern, 1937 to 2012, he became Baron of Newton of Braintree. He was a Conservative politician and peer. Luke Wright, poet, and 1982. He grew up in Coggeshall. Notability. There's one more I haven't mentioned, and we're going to go down to this place. Alright, this is Doubleday Corner. Nice to have a corner named after you. This building, where Caf Bijou is, just there. A few years ago, a young couple, one of which was named Sam Ryder, opened a cafe and called it Lone Wolf. And so I often used to see him sitting in there with his guitar in hand. But Sam Ryder came second in the Eurovision Song Contest this year. He actually became Britain's representative in Eurovision and came second. Second because the Ukraine, rightly so, came first. And but Sam's done all right for himself. That is our Coggeshall connection in the modern time. But there could be some of you sitting at home who could be the next notable connection for Coggeshall. I've just reeled off a whole list of names, and like those daisies growing in the Millennium Garden, each one individual and special, but together they actually highlight the whole area. And these people, there were some negative ones on the list. Notable, there are members of the Coggeshall gang who turned their lives around. The Coggeshall gang were a gang of criminals that were tried and they were exported to Australia. They were sent to Australia back in the day, and they terrorised Coggeshall. The leader of the gang, he died in Preston jail, it says, while others did well for themselves in Australia. One eventually farmed a large area of Western Australia and retired to Coggeshall, a very wealthy man. Another had farms in Queensland and became a pillar of his local community. He turned his life around. A prisoner of Her Majesty, a POM, but he turned his life around. And it says a third man ran a successful bakery in Tasmania and mingled with the best of local society. These men turned their lives around and became notable people. It's a wonderful thing. Coggeshall's full of people that have done so many different things. And your hometown, wherever you are, you've got notable people. If you can't find any, be one. Be a daisy. It's National Be a Daisy Day, I say. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please do the usual. I'm going to sign off now. Give it a thumbs up on YouTube, and I will see you in the next video. Stay safe.